be on your way. May He lead you and inspire you as He grants you the gift of each new day. May He bless all your loved ones and cherish them. Every friend, every stranger at your door. In the name of His Son, our Savior Christ. May God bless you now and evermore. Bless you now and evermore.
Well, good afternoon to you all. I'm so pleased that you're able to be here to help to give Mum a fitting final farewell. I'd never have imagined that travel restrictions would make it impossible for me to attend Mum's final days or her funeral, and it is hugely upsetting that I can't be there in person to say my goodbyes and to be with Dad and the rest of my family. I'm so grateful to all those people who have been supporting and are continuing to support Dad and the family through these difficult days, many of whom are present today. Mum knows I'm very much there in spirit, and if technology is working properly, I'm watching this service on a live stream, so at least I'll be able to feel part of the occasion. Over the last 3 weeks, there have been literally hundreds of cards and flowers received by Dad, and many kind words delivered through messages and social media. It's clear that Mum was held in high regard by all the people whose lives she has touched, and many people that she has influenced over the years have recounted their admiration, affection, and love. Just a few of the comments received include these: a lovely lady with huge influence and talent, a wonderful, funny, godly woman, a special lady, a kind and beautiful lady inside and out, a true Christian lady, a very special auntie. In particular, the influence that she had leading the junior choir in the Salvation Army at Stockport for 30 years has been reflected in comments from people who were part of that group, many of whom have mentioned how she was the first person to have a Christian influence in their young lives, and how much they respected the commitment, loyalty, and Christian example she gave to that group over many years. The positive influence and impact that she had on those youngsters is immense and immeasurable, and something for which we are very proud of our Mum. Well, all of these comments are certainly true, but to Cheryl and me, more recently to her grandchildren, shown here, and not forgetting Lynn, Callum and Martin, she was all of these things, but just so much more. A fabulous mum, grandma and auntie. Well, this tribute is from Cheryl and me, and is just a brief reflection on the 50 plus years that we have been lucky to have the best mum you could imagine. Dad's instructed me not to talk for too long, and I absolutely know that Mum would have said, don't make too much of a fuss. In any case, it would be impossible to express all the reflections of Mum's 82 years on this earth in just a few minutes. As children, you really don't appreciate the role played by your parents, but as you get older, you come to understand just how much they've influenced your lives. And over the years, both Mum and Dad have been such great role models, as well as giving unwavering support, guidance and love. She was just the most caring, loving, kind Christian mum that gave us a stable and safe environment in which to grow up, and which continued throughout our lives. Having said that, I can tell you she was not a soft touch and was quite a strict disciplinarian, with high standards expected in all aspects of our lives. Members of the scene company remember the look when they did not behave as they were expected. And Cheryl and I both experienced the look many times as well. You might find it hard to believe, but Cheryl and I were not always perfect children. But Mum was always there to support, encourage, and love. We remember that we were never allowed to be ill. Mum would just say, take an aspirin, get on with it, you'll be fine. I guess those years of nurses training coming into play there. Even once sending Cheryl to school with a dislocated shoulder. And when Cheryl complained, saying, Well, your legs still work, don't they? I remember as a young teenager wanting to go out and play football with my mates, but Mum forcing me to sit at the piano and do my practice every day without fail. Of course, as soon as that was done, then I had Dad making me do my cornet practice. And whilst I somewhat resented it then, I certainly appreciated it later in life. And I've had great enjoyment from making music. And the support and encouragement from Mum and Dad was such a positive factor in that. One of the things we remember about Mum was her organisation skills. She used to approach planning of events with a military precision, whether it be making lunch, preparing for musical programmes or holidays. Leading up to a concert with the choir, there'd be paper all over the table, with every tiny item documented and planned. One of the other things that also sticks in our minds is her obsession with tidiness and cleanliness. Our home was always immaculate, with everything in its place. I think her obsession with being tidy and organised rubbed off on me a little bit. Alison will tell you how I organise my socks and shirts in style and colour order in the wardrobe, and how I like everything to be in the right place. And that's Mum's fault. I'm not so sure that this trait for tidiness and organisation was passed on to Cheryl in quite the same way. We remember one time when Cheryl and I were teenagers. Mum and Dad went on holiday, leaving us to look after the house. We decided to have a party, of course, but were concerned about the impact this could have on the house. Mum collected Royal Doulton and other lovely ornaments, so all of these we cleared away. And after the party, we spent hours cleaning up and putting everything back in the right place to make sure there was no evidence of anything having happened whilst they were away. And we thought we'd done a great job. Mum and Dad arrived home, and the first thing Mum said when she walked through the door was, "What's been going on in this house?" She'd noticed that the curtains in the caravan, where we'd let some people sleep, were not tied back correctly, and a couple of the ornaments on the mantelpiece were an inch out of place. You definitely couldn't pull the wool over her eyes. She was sharp as a tack. Of course, over the years, Mum has had Dad by her side every step of the way. They were a team and complemented each other so well. In addition to them being just the best parents you can imagine, we have a huge respect for their Christian witness, their dedication, commitment and loyalty to the army, and their deep faith. A recent comment from one of the Salvation Army music leaders was how they have both been such great role models for many people, young and old, and that people like them are rare in this day and age. So Mum and Dad have been together for over 60 years, and we know just how heartbroken Dad is to lose his soulmate, just as we are to lose our mum, grandma, sister, auntie, and friend. But we can celebrate a life well lived, knowing that she has been a shining star in a world not always matching her standards, and has had a positive influence on many, many people. And whilst at the moment we feel great pain and emptiness, we know that Mum has gone to a better place to join her mum, Dad, and brother John. Whilst we mourn our loss, we celebrate the life that she lived. And once the pain and emptiness subside, we will have so many happy memories, which, although bittersweet at first, will be a source of comfort and carry us through in love. Mum, we love you. We believe that you are at peace, and that one day we'll meet again in the place prepared for us. Servant of God, well done. Thank you for everything, and God bless you. Thank you.